Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today, we've done nothing up until this point. We've sorted out, well, I set my alarm for about 7:15, turned it off at 7:15 and then woke up at 9:30. Having a lie-in yesterday probably wasn't the best thing to do because it would now turned off my body clock for a while, so I had to reset that or anything. But to be fair, I don't particularly have a massive objective to tick off today. I've got my next exam's Wednesday next week, so I'm kind of taking it easy on revision, at least for today. We'll hit it again properly tomorrow. It's because I've got work tonight, it kind of puts me off wanting to do much revision. I'm going to cover a couple of things, specifically a bit of networking. We've now got systems development, which covers a couple of things to do with the design process of databases and things like that, databases themselves. Networking was in there, and then it's a couple of things like systems development. Well, it's just how you develop systems, basically. Let me just pop my notes. And to be brutally honest with you, quite a lot of it is common sense. I'm going to have to go over the old networking part because I didn't really pay attention during that part because I didn't like the lecture very much. I'm going to have to go over that. But the database part at the end, maybe I need to go over a bit of SQL and things like that because that's that. But then the first start, stuff like modularization, stacks, UML, use case, it's just common sense stuff, so I'm pretty looking forward to it. The other one is pattern analysis, and pattern analysis is the one that I feel the most relatively, I don't feel confident about it. It's going to be one of the hardest exams, but it's the one that I enjoyed the most. It's the one that I have the most detailed notes about. It's the one that I have, I went through everything, the one that we just finished the coursework for like a couple of weeks ago, and the coursework was very heavily weighted towards helping you revise for the exam to a certain extent, so I'm feeling relatively confident about that. Networking, yeah, pattern analysis is the scary one at the moment. Systems development isn't that scary, so that's why I'm going to be doing it today. There's a nice relaxed revision stuff. But otherwise, I sorted out a daily vlog this morning, had some breakfast. It's now 12:30, so you should think I would have probably done more than that by now, but oh well. What can you do, eh? We'll survive. I've got work tonight, so I'm taking a relative break. Although we do have to hit it again tomorrow. Gotta hit it hard in the face tomorrow. But yeah, so networking is what we're going to do now, I believe. What else is going on? Nothing much really, to be honest with you. Just still bloody happy that I have this wallpaper, and you've got a low battery, so it's a good job I checked. I'll put you on charge, I think. I swear I charged it like the other day. It's getting ridiculous, man. So one thing I don't like about this camera is that it doesn't charge properly. Damn. Just looked casually out of interest, and I've noticed that Canon has dropped all of their touchscreen cameras. Thanks fuck for that. So when I upgrade you, which I probably won't for a long ass time, I don't need to go to a touchscreen. Thank God. I was just casually having a look. I'm not actually thinking about upgrading you. I only upgraded you like summer last year, wasn't it? You've got to last longer than 1 year. Jesus. Maybe just get another battery. I probably will end up buying you another battery at some point. You deserve it, I think. You've gone through quite a lot, to be fair. Another thing I wanted to briefly skim over, an advantage of computer science is that you don't really have many notes. To a certain extent, there's not a lot of... I take a lot of notes. I'm going to have, I assume, very strongly assume, the most notes on my course. Out of my friend group, at the very least, I have the most notes. Plus the digital ones, which are basically a carbon copy of these paper ones. But I've just been filing away all of my programming stuff because it's really like good to like, yes, file that away, don't need to look at that again. This is my notes from this year, which, that's the size of my finger. I don't know, there's a measure against some lipsol. That's that. So it's not that much to a certain extent. Last year, first year, I had this folder, which was that much. Which is, I think it's about the same size folder, but that look considerably less last year. If you look at the size of the folder in comparison, whereas this one is like almost full. Well, I think this folder's slightly smaller. I don't bloody well know, but that's how much it is. But it's really nice to go. Now look, for example, this chunk here, up until that divider. That chunk, that's programming. That was a year-long module in programming. That's done. Goodbye. This one, HCI. Was only a babby one. This was a year long, but we finished all the content by January, so we did the exam early. So that's that one. That one's done. Systems development. This is the one that I'm currently revising for. This is quite a chunk of notes. to make sure you know them all. And there's a big chunk missing as well in the networking section, but everything else is well covered and notated for. Computer graphics, which was a babby one, I think, relatively small. Yeah, relatively small. Finished. Did that one in January. Foundations of Computation 1, a small one. This is again like half a module, half a year long module, so only a babby one. Already completed that January. Pattern analysis is the other one that we've got, which is only, well, that's a lot for half a term, I believe. Bam, there's that one, and then finally Foundations of Computation 2, and this is a bloody lot, but this is plus revision notes as well, so it's not just got thingy in. So notes plus revision notes there. So always fold, put away. Here's a tip for you: take your exam paper with you if you leave a university exam, because if you retake, you do the exact same paper again, and you need to get 70% to pass, and you'll only get 40%, if that makes sense. So always make sure you take it with you. Make sure you take all your notes. Make sure you've got loads of revision, so that if you have to resit, and I haven't had to resit, but I've been told this tip. If you do have to resit, then you've got the paper, all of the notes you necessarily need, all of your revision notes, and all that, so you can do it again. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Which folder is bigger? No, the white folder is quite considerably bigger. I might have to swap the two folders at the end of this, because first year was smaller than second year. But anyway, let's do some networking. It's procrastinating. I'm watching Black Sheep as well, which I started watching last night, and it's holy cow, it's terrible. But I'm just putting it on for lols, basically, because I don't want to listen to music. I'm not in the mood for some tunage at the moment. So. Right then, so we've done quite a bit of revision. We've done a bit of network layering and all of that McGubbins, kind of stuff we already knew, which was the advantage of networking. We've done it before. It's quite a common thing and stuff. But in the post today came a book, ladies and gentlemen, a book. And something, and I'm going to make a video about this survey stuff. Obviously I'm like extortionately busy with exams and revision and stuff. I haven't really got much time to take out to make videos. I could make a video as a break, like in the middle of the day, because I do take breaks in the middle of the day to like watch stuff and play games and stuff. But it's quite time consuming, setting up cameras and setting up scripts and stuff like that and that. But there will be a gap. I'll have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'll have 3 solid days of being here in the house with nothing other to do than filming and making videos. So that's what I'll be doing, basically, in that time period after exams. But something in the survey that came up that was heavily requested was firstly to express like opinions on things in like modern culture and shit, and I don't particularly like doing that because I have a very strange point of view in a lot of things, and I know what the internet's like. If I say a point of view that people don't agree with, it doesn't necessarily turn into a nice discussion about who is right or why people are wrong. It turns into some kind of flame war, and I don't enjoy that kind of thing. However, another thing that came up quite a lot was reviews and stuff, and I've been requested to like review an album when an album comes out from someone who subscribes. Hello, Claire. And then also someone who watches on a regular basis is someone called John, and John writes books, and he's got like a couple of books published, I believe 2 or 3, and he's sent me one that I will be reading over the next month or so, I guess. I don't know how much time I've got to read with exams and shizzle whizzle, and I don't really read that much as it is, because, well, I've been reading Richard Dawkins. That's a bit dry, and I probably shouldn't have started reading it. Like normal books I can read quite quick, but yeah, so I'm going to be reading this over the next however long. It's called Ghost Road by John Kennett. I'm going to be putting a review up on it on the main channel, and recommending it basically. So thank you very much for sending me this, John. We're going to give it a read. It sounds legitimately up my alley. Like, the books I like are kind of like thrillers, I guess you could put them as, like psychological thrillers or like crime books where you have to solve mysteries and shit like that. They're my favourite kind of non-fiction books. I say that as if I like non-fiction books, I don't. But yeah, and it's got a ring to it that... What's going on here? I swear. Did that not have the protector right? No, it probably didn't. I don't know. I used to read books like Darren Shan and stuff like that. Used to be my favourite books, Darren Shan series and things like that. And this sounds like a mixture of Darren Shan style, and there's a book. What's it fucking called? I don't legit have it anymore because it's in the wrong house, and it wouldn't have moved to the new house with me. It rings a bell of a book that I've read, and it was really good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you, and I'm going to give it a read. And as soon as I finish reading it, I'll write a review about it and put it on my blog and put it on the main channel as requested, John. So yeah, if you guys have anything for me to review, I can start reviewing things on the main channel. It was heavily requested in the description, in the survey. But yeah, this will be a video at some point, whenever I finish it, I guess. But yeah, that's the plan, basically. But otherwise, videos for that channel will be one, the survey, and I'm going to do that one straight away as soon as I finish my exams. I'm going to sit down, probably Friday night, the day of my exams, sit down, film it at night with a glass of wine, and just talk about the survey. That's basically all it's going to be, just talking about it, bouncing ideas around. It's probably going to be a mammoth video. There's also one I want to do about student accommodation. Mainly this year, second year, which is a case of what to look for in a shared house and things. Then I'm going to do a frequently asked questions, which is another thing that was heavily requested on the survey. Then there's a couple of ideas bouncing around on the survey that I want to do. There's also a video I want to do on exams and revision, but I'm throwing a curveball, and I'm going to wait until September to do that one. It's obviously silly doing it now because it's too late, and all the advice I give will be too late by this point. But I've realised that all of my advice, people ask me advice around this time of the year, and that's pointless because all of my advice assumes that you've done stuff from September that helps you. So I'm going to make one of those around September. That's what I've been doing today. I've been planning stuff like that. As soon as this book came, I'm like planning out ideas and things. And I've got a notepad up ready, waiting to take notes on the book and stuff. But yeah, it should be interesting really to read and review a book. I've never really reviewed, well I haven't on video, I haven't really reviewed anything before. But I do really like books and reading, and I'm quite a clinical, and I like writing my own blog and stuff, so yeah, I'd like to say it's something I've considered doing before, writing a book, but it never has occurred to me. I'd never be able to hold that on for long enough, hold a story on. I wouldn't know how to, probably could do short stories, but then that's what a blog's for, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I kind of want to start reading it now. It's annoying it doesn't come on my Kindle. I'm not going to lie to you, John. It's annoying it's not on my Kindle, because then I could walk around reading it more. Like I could walk to work reading it and stuff like that, which is how I normally read all my books. Is it raining? I don't know. No. Internet back on, I can carry on watching Lie to Me now, damn it. Right, and we're now heading off to work, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a 4-hour shift to do, 6 o'clock. I'm taking my umbrella, because it looked like it would rain later today, but it looks like I might have beaten it to it because it's starting to spit now. So it's a good job I did bring it. Yeah, the advantage of bringing a much smaller umbrella, buying one like this instead of a big long one, although the big long ones are really cool because then you can like use it as a walking stick, I guess. It means that this actually fits into my locker, which is good. I'm pretty happy with that. I can do with that, to be honest with you. I like that kind of shit. So yeah, otherwise, just had dinner, had a cup of tea and stuff before I go to work, and I'm rattling. I can hear my keys rattling in my pocket there. Stop it. And ladies and gentlemen, it is legit raining now. But yeah, just got work tonight, innit? Got 4 hours. I believe managers around, team leaders around. I've got to do some kind of training before I go, which I'll probably repeat when I get back. Go to my other store, that is, and then I'll probably have to repeat it when I get back to the store. I think I've got to do fire safety. So shit, it's boring anyway. That's all I know. But yeah, otherwise Thursdays are Thursdays. Usually not very busy. Usually quite quiet. Depends how many people are there. Basically, because if it's busy, it's all or nothing basically today. Because it's either busy, which means I'm basically on my own because everyone's been called to checkouts, or it's not busy at all, and then there's like 3 of us stood around doing nothing, you know. So right, across the road here as well, I guess. But yeah, well, I haven't got like an agenda. I normally go to work with an agenda of things to think about. I've got videos to plan, I guess, surveys, stuff to do, things like that. But otherwise, it is legit raining, so I reckon I might open my umbrella up because I can press the button and it's cool.
And as if I would deny you the opportunity of watching it open. Oh yeah, mother trucker. And what the hell is that? Some weird wheelie bin contraption. So yeah, I'm calling Lovely as well after work. Lovely's just finished her first 2 exams like I did. I think she's got 5 though in total. I'm not sure how many she's got in total actually. It might be an absolute lie. No, I think she's got 4. She is now officially halfway through, I believe. She had her first one. I had mine Monday, Wednesday. She had hers Tuesday, Thursday, which is today. So she rung me just after it, saying that she thinks she did good. But we're not jinxing it because Lovely's a superstitious one. She doesn't do things that could potentially jinx stuff. So yeah. So very well done, Lovely, if you're watching. Which you probably won't be because I'll talk to you tonight and tell you everything that I could potentially show you in this video. But yeah, very well done, babe. You're the best. So, to work. And we're back home. Work was pretty good. Pretty boring, but got on with it. We're thinking about next Sunday having a leaving drinks with me, which will be really cool. To have some leaving drinks with the lads and everyone. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if we can get anyone to go with us, but hopefully we should be able to get Nashim in. Joe said he'd go. Hopefully get one of the Toms in. Chris, maybe. Lads, Dan. Potentially, hopefully I can get Rachel to come out. She's like 40, 50-ish, but she's my busy mate. She can't leave me out in the blue. So, yeah. Whew. Well, I've just been watching YouTube videos and stuff, and I'm probably going to move over and watch YouTube videos in bed and then fall asleep because it's gone midnight now. Tomorrow, revision. We might go to town. I might go to town. I haven't been to town all day. I was talking to Lovely on the phone on the way back home. Been on the phone to her for about an hour because we haven't really been able to have like proper conversations because we're always working. Well, she's always working. I'm lazy. So I had a good catch up with her, and then yeah, just been sat here basically like this, just like and then realised that like an entire hour had passed. I haven't even got my glasses on. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching again. I've got some reading to do as well. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start at some point. Hopefully, if the weather's okay, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. If the weather's okay, we'll go to town. It's actually a solid good point. The weather's going to be shit, apparently. It's supposed to be slamming it down all day. But it's been saying that for the past week, so who knows. I will catch you later.